All right, hey there, my name is Tolono Samuel, and this is another educational video out there that we're putting out, and we hope that it benefits you. So what you are going to do is make sure that you like this video and you share it with your friends, and do not forget to hit the subscription button there. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and make sure that you also hit the notification button. So whenever we have any new educational content like this one, that you will benefit. Now, today we want to talk about why do we think that banks would need cryptocurrency or would have to work with cryptocurrency institutions and vice versa. And by the way, whatever we share with you here, nothing, absolutely nothing constitutes any form of financial advice. I do not have the license to be your financial advisor. Everything that I'm doing here is simply for educational purposes or for entertainment. So I would recommend that you do your own due diligence before you make a decision as to whether you want to go into the digital finance space, cryptocurrency space or not, okay? So why do we think that cryptocurrency companies or startups or institutions need banking services, and banks also need cryptos? So why do we think that way? Yeah, truly, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are supposed to be a gateway that gives the unbanked access to the world's financial system. Yet, so many crypto companies are trying to adopt and promote those same ideals that I just mentioned through the way that they conduct business. But guess what? They're finding it very challenging to access traditional financial services and payment processes. After all, most banking institutions still won't provide services to companies that are operating in a cryptocurrency space. We see that in different countries. You know, in Nigeria, there's this regulation stopping banks from different companies, there's different countries, China and the rest of them. Okay, but where are we headed at the end of the day? Is there a middle ground? That's the essence of this session, this video. Okay, the truth is many of these banking institutions actually do recognize the opportunities to continue to earn fees and interest off, okay, or from cryptocurrency companies. And many of them still, even at that, they still view crypto as a very high risk and a threat to the business model that traditional institutions have built. So now, while hundreds of smaller banks intend to offer crypto to their customers as a way of still holding some of those transactions that will go away to institutions like Coinbase, Kraken, and the likes, we find that big institutions like JP Morgan, maybe Bank of America, and similar organizations still are not serving retail customers or crypto-related businesses straightforward. So there's this gap, you know. 13 years after Bitcoin white paper was published, we find out that even a company as big as MasterCard that has over 2.8 billion cards activated around the world just announced this October that banks and other financial institutions doing business with the company will soon be able to offer crypto services. But until now, those businesses simply couldn't get access to banking. So the real thing here, the fact here is that cryptocurrencies and blockchain technologies can't be stopped. From the way it says 13 years down the line, it can't be stopped. So it is high time, from what we see, that financial institutions recognized that there is a future in this space. And the earlier they begin to embrace this and begin to look for a middle point for all parties to come together and meet, the better. Otherwise, maybe many institutions will be left behind. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and also share this content, as we want so many other persons to have access to this content and be educated, become financially literate, okay, more than they are at the moment, so that they can make decisions in this fast growing space. The reality is this, that cryptocurrencies and blockchains, you know, blockchain technology is moving from one stage to another. the future is actually here. Okay, so, but there's an ongoing battle between what format of money will survive in the long run. Okay, and it's abundantly clear, though, that crypto payments are eating away at the old-fashioned financial system that has dominated the world for the last 150 plus years, you know. And so that's a big challenge. Today, we find out that exchanging values between people, between organizations, is actually becoming a question of formatting and probably mechanics. Crypto protocols, exchanges, and decentralized applications are going to be the foundational format for facilitating transfers of value and using the digital currency of the coming Web3 revolution. If you don't know anything about the Web3 revolution, you might have to go do your search about the Web3 revolution, because things are happening really fast. Now, with apps and decentralized solutions growing in size and scope and accelerating in terms of shifting more and more value away from traditional financial institutions, using a banking account is becoming more and more archaic. You understand? So it appears that we've come to a point where you can no longer avoid the fact that in a matter of time, banks and maybe some of these middlemen will become things of the past, especially in the new payment ecosystem. Okay, so remember, we're discussing, listen, do banks need crypto and do crypto institutions also need banks? Well, my opinion is that from research that I have done is that there has to be some middle ground where we come together. I think the issue with organizations and institutions is more about the regulations. Okay, this is too risky. What are the regulations? We want to put regulations in place. Meanwhile, the core of the crypto world is no regulation. I mean, not like no regulation, no centralization, decentralization, and freedom. But I do know that, like CZ would say, CZ of Binance would say that human civilization hasn't come this far without regulation. So somehow it's going to be some form of regulations, but we're talking about smart regulations and not dumb and, you know, one size fit all type of regulations. Smart regulations and, you know, looking at risks and also accommodating innovation. So when all the parties are able to get to this, it might take a while, a couple of years, yeah, but it will happen. So if you're out there and then you are thinking, if I want to get into this thing, what I keep telling people everywhere I go, when I talk to businessmen and women, is I think it's a lot better to say yes or no from an informed point of view than to say yes or no blankly without even minding what exactly you're saying yes or no to. Okay. From the way it is, research has shown that many companies, Bitcoin operating companies or crypto operating companies, are continually also towing some form of traditional lines, thereby blurring the lines between traditional finance and crypto. For instance, we have Coinbase IPO, which was one of the biggest crypto stories in 2021. The company currently has a market capitalization of over $66 billion and is one of the clear front runners in the crypto industry. So crypto companies are also, so it's more like a hybrid, right? It's more like a hybrid, okay? At the same time, we also have a fellow crypto exchange like Kraken that is one of the first crypto exchanges to ever gain status as a chartered bank in America. So a lot is happening. A lot is happening, and this points to the fact that crypto is not going away. So if you're thinking, okay, this is going to crash, it's going to go away, it's not going away. I don't think it's going to go away. So pay attention to this, and I hope that you learn from this video. You see, with all the money printing governments, are doing to cope with the fallout resulting from the global coronavirus pandemic, it's actually not surprising that publicly traded companies, okay, would also get in on the fun and also start adding crypto assets to their cash reserves as a way to hedge, risk both in the short term and in the long term. So I read something. Let me check this out. All right. something. Okay, yeah. As to what's going to happen, okay, with regard to cryptocurrencies, the merging, of cryptocurrencies or cryptocurrency institutions and traditional banking. You see here, according to CoinDesk, I say that time and time again, media outlets and governments are talking about meddling together the past, and the future is going to take time. Yeah, I'd say that time and time again, media outlets and governments talk about the importance of regulating the crypto industry as the key part of leading society into the future. But it takes more than a clear-cut regulatory framework to provide crypto startups with a proper off-ramp that connects them back to traditional finance. They went on to say that blockchain technology itself needs to advance. Yes, it is true that Bitcoin white paper is more than 13 years old, but projects are still facing significant challenges when it comes to interoperability, scalability, usability, data rights, and security. Until the Web 3.0 world reaches a point where blockchains can easily communicate with one another and transactions can scale to the millions per second, in addition to smart contract issues, rug pulls and other security issues becoming a thing of the past, pushing forward the notion that banks and crypto startups can work together seamlessly would just be a hope rather than a reality. So I do believe that from that research I just showed you, it might take a while, but I'm sure that in no time, within some years, it's going to be a middle ground for both the crypto people and the traditional world to come together and make sure that there's an agreement, there's a synchrony, I hope that word is correct, okay, and that will keep the world flying, okay? So what we do here is also to help you to find out, since we've established that crypto is not going away, we're also established that, listen, traditional institutions and the crypto institutions, they both need each other, despite all the plays and all the noise out there. The question is, what do you know about this space and how are you taking advantage of this? That's why we're here at Moonacade, to ensure that you're guided and you can make decisions. You can buy from the floor and you can make profits at your own terms and on your own terms, and you keep all the profit and you have control over your funds. By the way, do not forget to like this video if it makes sense to you, and also share the video, and do not forget to subscribe, okay? Subscribe, and also hit the notification button so that you get notified whenever we drop valuable contents like this. Also, do note that on Fridays and also on Sundays, we have an analyst that would come here and do some fundamental and technical analysis as to what's happening in the market, and you can take those decisions, you can take those analysis, the reports, and make decisions in the market, and it's totally for free. That's why you need to send this link out, share this this channel with your friends so that they get in here and they get access to the information with which they can make profitable decisions. Once more, my name is Stallone Obremi Samuel. Thank you very much for staying with me. And do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and also share this video. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.